think there's anybody you would want to throw a house at in the cornerback market.
Nah, because there's a lot of corners coming out in this draft.
Yep.
And I put it like this. There are guys in this draft that you can get in the later rounds. Let me tell you something. When you can find some cornerbacks that are actually still good, going from round 5 to 7, that's saying something right there.
Yep. You know, and you look at it, you'll probably get really good players in the first 3 rounds, first 2 days. What are our biggest needs? You got cornerback, you got D-line, and what would be the third biggest need, what would you say?
Okay, so our biggest needs are this right here. 1, I'm going to say edge rusher.
Yeah.
2, I'm going to say corner.
Right.
3, running back. 4, offensive lineman. Then 5.
What about a 3-tech?
Yeah, yes, that's what I was about to say.
But you know what? I think we have 3 techs to be delivered.
So edge rusher, D tackle, corner, running back, and you know what? Receiver, then O lineman.
I'm gonna take an unpopular opinion. I don't want to go 3 technique in the high in the draft just because we have young guys with talent that can be developed into that.
Well, the thing is, like if you look at it right now, we only have. You look at the situation right now with Andy Vanderdoes being out for.
Well, I wouldn't put him at 3 technique. Here's who I was thinking: Mario Edwards, Trayvon Hester, and Gerhard Ward. And
you can move Mario. You can move Mario inside. Okay, I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? Because Mario, I don't think we will want to put him because you got to have Irvin in the outside, opposite of Mac.
But you know what? We're going back with that 43. So there might be some times you see
Irvin at Sam.
Irvin dropping back.
Yeah, he might play Sam.
And if I'm Paul Gumford, I'm probably gonna mix up the fronts a little bit too.
Yeah.
So
he had a smaller front too in
he had a small front
in Cincinnati.
Yep. And they were getting pressure.
Yep.
So you think everybody's ready for my mock draft 1.0 and 1.5?
Wait a minute, I gotta give me a quick yes or no. I got a couple more. I want to run past you real quick. Lee Smith, do you bring him back, or do you keep him or cut him?
I mean, he's already unrestricted free agent.
Do you bring him back?
Maybe. But I just go back and look at how he carried himself on a few things last season, and I'm just like, I think maybe it's time to move on from him because let's see how old Lee Smith is too.
And that rookie from Oregon played really well. He blocked well. I was impressed by him.
Oh, Farrell Brown?
Farrell Brown, right.
I keep Farrell Brown. So, okay, we keep Jared Cook. You got Clyde Walford.
You got Farrell Brown.
And then you have Farrell Brown.
Right.
Lee Smith is 30. Lee Smith was averaging about...
It's not the age, because you can be really productive at 30. Look at other guys.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But it's just, he was very inconsistent. And look at that last game against San Diego. Penalties, holding.
Not even that. It wasn't even from San Diego. I'm going back to when we played Miami. There was a couple other games, and look at him saying, like, yeah, the Miami game really pissed me off. Because he was like, oh, ref, I'm just joking around. You literally hear it utter out of his mouth.
Oh, no, but you could have seen that one. He really was joking around with him. They just... Man, you gotta... That I'd give him a pass, because if you look at it, they were just kidding around. But then I look at some holding penalties that killed some of our drives. Yeah. Nah, he would go. I don't want to spend too much time on him, but he can go.
Yeah.
Kondo goes, because I don't think he comes back.
You got another long snapper.
Yeah, they signed Andrew East.
Andrew East, yeah.
Now, choose one, Seabass or Giorgio.
Give me Giorgio.
Yeah, give me the younger guy. Seabass is gonna retire in a year or two, anyways. Giorgio probably will get better. Giorgio's rookie year was a lot better than Seabass' rookie year.
Yeah, absolutely. Giorgio Tavecchio, y'all had me waving the Italian flag every time he got up to make a field goal.
Yeah, it's just I'm scared of his extra points more than his long field goals. To be honest with you.
I know they gave me some strokes, especially after that Kansas City game.
Oh, imagine he missed that kick.
I was like, Jesus, no.
Yeah, I'd rather see him kick a 50-yarder than a 30-yard freaking extra point. To be honest, whatever.
He'd be better.
Yeah, I like him. I like his attitude. You think Gunther brings anyone over from Cincinnati?
It's really not much to bring over from Cincinnati until I start seeing if they make some cuts.
Right.
I can't jump on anything yet, but I mean, if you look at Seattle, I mean, however, Jimmy Graham may have felt about Tom Cable, possibility. No matter how did Paul Richardson feel about him? There's some offensive linemen, there's some D linemen. I don't know if they all had a relationship with him, but it all depends.
Mm-hmm. All right, Phil. You got a mock draft for us?
Yes.
Is it a Raiders mock draft or an NFL mock draft? What are you doing today?
Raiders mock draft.
Nice. All right, man. You go for it. You tell us.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is Mock Draft 1.0 from Phil Jones. Better than Mel Kiper Jr.
Oh, Mel Kiper's an idiot.
Yeah.
I don't think he watches film. I think he just goes home and sleeps. I sit.
Todd.
How do you look at that?
Hey, Todd.
Mock draft and say he watches film. Todd.
Hey, Todd. Oh my gosh, that sketch they did, that was hilarious. I'm sorry.
Todd.
Oh my goodness. We gotta see more Frank Caliendo, especially with John Gruden coaching now.
I love his Morgan Freeman impression.
Oh my gosh. All right, so look, I know a lot of people are like, I don't see that happening. It can't happen, but in all honesty, it can happen. So I'm going to pull my mock draft up that I did. And Raider Nation, I'm not going to get, things change when you have the East-West Shrine game and you have the Senior Bowl and the Combine. But, so take this, look at it, think about it. Give me your opinion on Twitter. I'm under RaiderMan09. You can hit us on the podcast page. Give us your opinion, how you feel about our Raiders mock draft.
Yeah, and follow our podcast too. It's Raider Lounge Pod at Raider Lounge Pod on Twitter.
All right.
And while you pull it up, I want to give a shout out to RaiderRamble.com. The new, it's been around for a year, but we've been picked up on Bleacher Report multiple times. RaiderLounge.com, new Raider site. Not new, it's been over a year old. And a shout out to Phil Jones III, a different Phil, and Andrea on their By Any Means podcast. We got Pillaging Just for Fun podcast. They're also writers at the RaiderRamble.com, so shout out to them. Yeah, go for it.
All right, so 1.0. So I might as well just go on and say like the top few picks before our great unholy pick, because you guys got to remember we're still tied for either getting the 9th or 10th pick. So Cleveland, they going to take Josh Rosen. New York takes Saquon Barkley.
Ooh,
yeah. The Colts take Darius Goose. Cleveland takes Denzel Ward. Denver takes Josh Allen. Jets takes Sam Darnold. Now, this is where it got wild. I was like, wow. Tampa Bay takes Sam Hubbard. But that changed because now they're saying that most likely they're going to take an offensive lineman in the first round. And I'm guessing it's that offensive lineman from Notre Dame or maybe a running back. It might switch up. Because it might be a little switch up where you have New York take a quarterback and get him ready to take over for Eli Manning.
Right.
So
if Eli's still with the team.
Chicago Bears take Harold Landry. Niners take an offensive tackle. They take Connor Williams, which is smart because, I mean, if Jimmy Garoppolo is going to be your future quarterback, then you want to protect him.
Right.
And this fellow actually drops to us in our lap.
Drum roll.
First pick in the 2018 NFL Draft. Well, the 10th pick. The Oakland Raiders select Bradley Chubb.
Woo! If I had the number 1 pick, I would take him. So getting him at 9th or 10th is
getting him. It's like having Mac on the opposite side.
Watch
the past 2 seasons. So it's going from his sophomore, junior, and senior. Sophomore, senior was 6 sacks. Junior was 10. His senior year was 10 sacks. 2 10-sack seasons. Yeah, I gotta take that. So going on with just mainly the Raiders draft picks. Raiders select in the 2nd round Kerryon Johnson, running back out of Auburn, bulldozer. This guy he will give you every single yard. This man was a beast for Auburn this year. Guy can be a receiving back. He's a good blocking back, and he can run the ball. He's a workhorse. 3rd round pick, we take Tim Settle from Virginia Tech. Now, where you actually see a D lineman creating that much pressure for being a run stopper and a pass rusher and getting about 4.5 sacks for 2 of his seasons.
That's good production. Now,
4th round, we go linebacker, but he's also like another edge rusher. He's kind of like, in my opinion, he's kind of like how we have Bruce Irvin.
Right.
He's a little bigger, but I like it. 4th round pick, we take Lorenzo Carter from out of Georgia.
I like him.
You can move him all over the field. You can have him drop back in coverage. You can have him come in blitzing. You can have him be that edge rusher. I feel that with Paul Gunther's system, a lot of people forget how he used to have, how Mike Zimmer used to have when he. Well, actually, no. Gunther had Michael Johnson. If you guys remember how tall Michael Johnson was, he was about 6'7". Defensive end.
Mm-hmm.
Kid could drop back. He could get sacks. He could create pressure. So using a guy like Lorenzo Carter in that situation. So what if, one of our ends go down? The more the merrier. The more you can mix up that front, the better.
And I wouldn't be surprised if Mac. They might even move Mac in some and have all 3 pass rushers.
Exactly. Exactly. And the more pressure you have coming, the better. The more you can rotate out of that line, the better for our defense. And I love it. And I'm looking at this draft. I'm like, wow, this is actually falling to me. I'm taking advantage of it. So we don't have a 5th round pick. I think we remember from the trade with Seattle.
Right.
But you got to remember, we will have a handful of compensation picks.
Finally, we might even get a 5th round compensation if we're lucky.
I think we have about, because you had Andre Holmes, you had 2 of the guys that went to Tennessee with Bates and Tranwick.
We lost a bunch of guys.
It's a couple other guys I'm trying to think of right now.
We lost our tackle.
Oh, well,
I don't know if he counts.
Austin Howard, yeah.
DJ Hayden,
that's another one. DJ Hayden had 2 touchdowns this season. Wow.
Coaching matters, my man.
Yep. So you look at that, that accumulates. Especially he used to be our former 1st round pick. So that value might go up some. So you might be looking at maybe 4th.
I hope so. That'd be nice.
So we had a handful of 6th round picks. So 6th round, I take wide receiver Equanimous St. Brown from out of Notre Dame.
You said that
kid
nice.
Is long name for a tall kid. Kid's about 6'5", weighing about 210 pounds. When he had Deshaun Kaiser, he was in for a career in for a good collegiate season, coming in about 1,000 yards and about 7 touchdowns. They had a